Hey everyone, and welcome to Inside the AI. I'm your host, the Data Doc, and today we're going to be going through this 5-step workflow, which will automatically create social media videos for you. So if you post and need content to create for your social media page, you could have this workflow 100% completely free. Look in the description below. Stay tuned for a step-by-step process, and this is the video that will be created from this workflow.
So I got ghosted by a recruiter, right? Like I was too hot for their human brains to handle. Time to unleash the AI gods to craft a resume that screams, hire me or regret it. My cover letter? Spicier than a Tinder date gone wrong. It could melt steel and hearts. I blasted that baby like a resume grenade, leaving HR offices in chaos. 1 week later, I snagged my dream job. Baby, watch out world, I'm back.
So if you find this video useful, give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for the step-by-step process of how to create this workflow. So one of the first things you need to do to access this workflow and have it running automatically is have an OpenAI API key right here in the middle. So to do that, linked in the description below is going to be the platforms.openai.com. And this is the page it will bring you to. And this is going to be OpenAI's developer portal. This is where you're going to go to and you can choose what model you want to use. It's going to give you some information. But specifically for this workflow, all you need to do is go to settings. And inside of the settings, what you want to do is go down to the API. So if you see here under general, it's the second tab on the left. You have your OpenAI keys. And now to easily create a new key, you can generate key, type in the name. So now I can type video gen, select the project. I just put default project, and this will generate you a new key. With this new key created, you can copy it and you can paste it where it needs to go inside of your OpenAI platform. So when you create a new credential, you can go in here and you paste that key into here, just like this, and save, and it will be connected. So I'm not going to do that, but I already have all my API keys connected, but that's how you will connect that one. Once you connect one, it will update every other OpenAI node that is out there. The second thing you need is the PI API. This is a free trial. What PI API is a workspace. The workspace has multiple different AI applications inside of it. It allows you to API into this one workspace and access different AIs within it to do different things. So this is what it is. The workspace is here. So now within this workspace, on the left-hand column is going to be all of the things you can do. So now you have image models, video models, audio models. And when you have this drop-down tab, you can see the two models that are provided. Within the image models, we have the Flux.1, we had Midjourney. Within the video models, we have all of these right here. And then within the audio models, we have these right here. Now, to easily do this, you have your API key that's right here in the middle. And when you go to put this into the header, this is going to be the name. We'll get to that point and I'll show you what I mean when we get there. But this is going to be the name. This is your API key. And each one of them, the API key is the same. So if I go to the next one, it gives you the same API key. So what PI API does is it allows you to have the same API key, but access different models so that you can create different products. So now moving into the next platform that you need, the next thing you're going to need is an 11 Labs account. 11 Labs, if you don't know what that is, it's a text-to-speech AI generator. So what this does is it allows you to type text in and it will read those texts for you. It has a very humanistic tone and sound, and it gives you features if you pay for it where you can clone your own voice or you can clone other people's voices, but you have to follow their guidelines. Now, within the 11 labs, you are offered a free monthly platform. So you have 10,000 free credits every month. If you notice, I've used almost 9,000 of my credits doing these videos. So what I mean by that is you could create this workflow to publish every month and not use any of those credits past 10,000. So once you've hit 10,000, it'll throw an error, and then you can just wait till the next month to start posting again. To access your API key, you want to hit this down arrow, and it will send you to the API location. So this is where my API key is. This is my API key. I just copy it and paste it into my 11 Labs work node. When we get to that location, I'll show you how to do it. So now, moving into the last platform. The last thing we need to do is create a Creatomate API key. What Creatomate is going to do is it's going to give you the template. The template that it's going to give you is going to format the video in the manner that's going to be posted onto social media. This is going to allow it to fit the screen of the phone. So to do this, all you have to do is go into Creatomate. All you have to do is create a Creatomate account. What you want to do is go to templates and then create a new one. So click new, and it will give you the option of this right here. You want to start from scratch. And to start from scratch, you want to create a template and just do it this way. The next thing you want to do is click source. Source is going to allow you to reformat this. Right now, this is very wide and it doesn't fit the format of your phone. So I'm going to give you this source code in the description below, but all you have to do is copy and paste it in. And now it's going to reformat the screen to fit like a phone. And it's going to give you the words, and it's going to give you where the audio would go in and the video. So now in the automation, it's going to drop the automation audio right here in the top. It'll drop the text so that it is captioned in the middle, and it's going to drop the videos at the bottom. So this will be 100% completely free in the description below. To use this, you want to hit use template and then API integration. I'm not going to click it because it's going to give away my API key. But if you click this, you can copy your API key and then paste it into the automation. So now with those accounts created, we can go down to our automation and we can start working. The first thing we want to do is generate a video with the captions from ideas in Google Sheets. What that means is the first node that we have is going to be all of those API keys. So once you open this node, I'm not going to open the node because I don't want to give you all my API keys, but you're going to just copy and paste each one. They have the title, it has the name. All you have to do is put the API key underneath where it goes. It's really self-explanatory. The one modification you do need to do is modify this Google Sheets. Within the Google Sheets, what this does is it reads one row. So I have a Google Sheet with many rows of information, and it sends the first row that it reads. So here's the Google Sheet that I have. Within this Google Sheet, that node has gone through and read this one, and it has read it and said this one has already been published. I don't need to create a new video. It's gone down to it's gone down to row 2, and it's read row 2. And now it understands that this is the one that has not been created, and it sends this one row of information to the next node. So now that one row of information has now been sent over to our OpenAI configuration. And since we have already created our API key, when we open this up, it will be connected right here in the credentials. It's going to be a text source. The model is going to be chosen already. And if you use the description below, all you need to do is modify this to fit your narrative. You may not want your person to be speaking like Elon Musk and Mr. Beast. You may have different ideas for AI. So if I were you, what I would do is I would take my snapshot and I would take a screenshot of this, and then I would copy it, paste it into my OpenAI. I'm going to rewrite this word for word with no changes. The topic is going to be on World War II, and the tone is entertaining and educational. The character is Joe Rogan and Elon Musk. And now this will rewrite it verbatim the way it's going to be, but it's going to make changes so that it writes it a little bit better. So if you want to do a history, World War II history educational one, this will rewrite it and create a World War II one. If you want to change it to whatever you want to teach someone about, or if you would just want to make silly videos or whatever the case is, you could do that too. So with this done, you can copy and paste this back into this prompt right here, and it will be ready for you to go. I'm not going to copy and paste it because this is the workflow that I wanted. So now with this done, our first Google Sheet is created. This is going to have an output. The output is going to be sent to 3 locations, but essentially what we are sending is this right here. It's a couple of sentences, but basically it's going to be what is read from your video. So this is the content that's created from your video. So the first going through the generation. So now moving on, we've just received this information from our last AI. This is going to be the step 2 of generating images with the Flux using PI API. So again, we want to go to our PI API. We want to go to our image generation, and now we have the Flux 1.0. We can see that I have many successful runs, but you want to go to your playground. Playground is where developers go to. I don't know why they call it playground, but that's what they do. So inside of this is another prompt. It's going to take the old prompt and it's going to reformat it. So now this is going to be a very detailed prompt. If you do not like this prompt, what you want to do is, again, you want to take snapshots of each one of these and then put it in and rewrite it to what you want. And now we're on to the next node. This has processed this, it's sent it through, and now we have a more guided information. It gives us some choices here, and that information is then passed through our calculated token usage. It's going to calculate how much the usage is, and what this is going to do is going to be used to update our spreadsheet. So this gets sent into our spreadsheet as part of what is completed on the right-hand side. So when we get here and you're using your tokens, it's going to tell me this video, that one run cost me 0.0001 cents. So a lot of this is so cheap that, it's pretty inexpensive. But, total for that total video, I spent $2.40. So $2.40 saves me the time to create the video. So that's what this is used for. So if you don't care about that, not a big deal. Just move to the next one. So now this is the first API call. This is going to be to the PI API. So now we have our first HTTP request. This is going to be to the PI API. And essentially, when you download this JSON, all you have to do is come here and replace your API key here So this is going to be dragged from the first node you made. It will have your API key, but if you want to know what this is doing, when you go to your PI API workspace, we have the X API key. You want to copy this, and this is going to go right here in the name, X API key. If you didn't have this set up or it wasn't working for some reason, you could also copy your API key and copy and paste it here. Now, the way we have this set up is the API key is set up in a node in the beginning of the workflow, and that node is passed through in different locations. So you don't have to continuously copy and paste your API key. You just have to do it one time. Here is the workflow for our prompt. This is going to be what is passed through. It gives the model, it gives the text, and it gives the information. Where you get this from is within the PI API. You go to your PI API workspace. You want to hit Run API, and this is going to bring you to a different page. When you scroll down, we have an example right here. This is the example. So copy this, and then you can paste it into this location here. The only thing you will need to do is modify that prompt in the middle. Everything else will stay the same. So that is where you get all the information for this node. It gets passed through, and now we have a wait node. This wait node is going to wait 3 minutes. The reason we're going to wait 3 minutes is so that we have the API rate limits. We don't want to throw this workflow off because it's moving too fast and the APIs cannot handle it. So it waits 3 minutes, and then it gets an image. So now, and then it gets the image. So now what we're going to do is it's going to go to the next node, and this node is going to be a get method on an HTTP from the API of the PI API. Essentially, we're going to have, again, that same type of workflow, the X API key with the API key, and that's all you need to do. This is going to get the image, it's going to check for failures, and then it's going to process it. Once it's complete, it will keep running through and complete all of the images. The next step is going to be step 3. This is where we're going to generate the video for the Kling using PI API. So now we are using a different method that was getting the image. Now we're going to use the Kling in the video platform. So now it's going to create an image like this. So now with this first one, it's going to process it much the same way. So now we have the post. It's going to be a post method. We have the URL, and then we have the API key. Again, it's the X API-key. You want to put your API key where the value is, and inside of the body, we're going to do the same thing. You could go back to this place. You can go to the Kling, click Run API. When you scroll down, it's going to give you an example. It's a little different than the last one, a little more comprehensive, but when you get here, all you need to do is edit the prompt again. So right across the middle, you have the prompt. When you go back to the example, you see here, everything is the same. We've copied it and pasted it over. You can modify it, but all we've changed is the prompt and the image URL. We're telling it where to get that from. So now once it's grabbed the video and it's created that video, it's going to pass it and check for any failures. If it hasn't, it's going to run this a couple of times. The reason it's running it a couple of times and it waits is, again, for that API key limitations. We don't want it to fall off of the network while it's in the middle of a run and waste some of our credits. The next part is we're going to generate the video using 11 labs. So now the information was sent over and it's creating a script. So what this is sending over is a script from the last node. Here is going to be what the prompt says. We're going to tell it you are a bold, unflattering AI entertaining influencer. We give it some scenarios of who we want it to be. And then we're going to keep it information short. If you do not like this, my feelings are not hurt. What you want to do again is take a snapshot, copy and paste it into your chat GPT and rewrite it for whatever you need it to write. The reason you want to take a snapshot is because if you copy and paste this in to your AI, it will 100% confuse your AI. So please take a picture of this. So with this completed, it's going to pass through information. This information right here is going to be listed right here, which is the content of the video. This is going to be the text of the video. This information is just text. It's going to be pushed via API to 11 Labs. And if you remember what we talked about, what 11 Labs was, 11 Labs is the location where you can type something and have an AI read it. So here we have our 11 Labs. We have our API key. But basically, if you have your text to talk, it's limited by how many characters you can do. But you type in the characters and 11 Labs will read it out for you. You have multiple voices you can choose, but all you have to do is copy XI API key for the name, put your API key here, and everything else will stay the same. This is essentially pulling over the message to read. So now this information has come through. It's hit this node. It's hit the API. This is the script that it's going to read, and it's been processed. And now I have a file here that is an audio file of what was text to it. That information is going to be processed and sent to our Google Drive and downloaded onto our Google Drive. Once we come here, all of the information is then merged to one central location. This is going to be where we can render the video. So essentially what's going to happen in this location is it's going to complete the video using the Creatomate. So this is going to merge everything into this one platform. It's going to place the audio across the top. It's going to place the text in the middle here into each section of the middle, and it's going to align the video to align with the text. So in the past, when the AI was reading this, it created a text here. It processed that and grabbed an image that matched the text. So if it was talking about race cars, it received images right here of different race cars. And then if it shifted to spaceships on the text too, it's going to give you pictures of spaceships for the text too. And it's going to continue that process all the way through. So what this is going to do is it's going to place that entire script across the top, and then it's going to give you all of the information of pictures and all that stuff in one location. Once this is complete, it's going to run it and create a video. That video is going to be downloaded into your Google Drive. So once I'm in my Google Drive, it's going to drop your videos into your Google Drive in different locations. And this is going to be one of the videos that you can have and you can see.
Yo, listen up, because I'm about to drop some AI wisdom that'll blow your mind. First, use AI to analyze why you got ghosted. It's like a relationship therapist that never sleeps. Next, level up your follow-ups like a boss. ChatGPT's got your back. Roll with the best lines. Then automate your rejections into lessons. Learn, adapt, repeat, baby. Fourth, leverage AI to craft that killer resume. Make it pop like it's the 4th of July. Finally, crush that job interview prep with AI and go in with confidence. Ghosting who? You're about to become unstoppable.